I think what this building really does is that it proves that when people get together, they can really do anything. So I think what it really does for India is that it proves that population is our strength, it's not a weakness. It never occurred to us we are designing a large building, but that to us was a problem to be solved. The problem of too many cars, too many people. How do we deal with this scale? What was important was the pursuit of the process, the pursuit of the fact that we asked ourselves, mudda kya tha? Right? And it is that mudda that we kept after.
સમગ્ર વિશ્વમાં 100માંથી 90 એરા સુરતમાં ડાયમંડના તૈયાર થઈ રહ્યા છે મેન્યુફેક્ચરિંગ. પરંતુ વેપારનું હબ બનાવવા માટે સુરત વેપારનું હબ બને તે માટે એક આવા ડાયમંડ બુર્સની નિર્માણની જરૂરિયાત હતી.
સુરત ડાયમંડ બુર્સ બનાવવા માટેનો મેઇન કન્સેપ્ટ એ હતો કે સુરતમાં અલગ અલગ જગ્યા ઉપર જે માર્કેટ ચાલતા હતા એને કેવી રીતે સેન્ટ્રલાઇઝ કરવા. અને સુરતના બહુ વેપારી એવા છે કે જે એવરી ડે મુંબઈ જાય છે અથવા વીકમાં 2 વખત મુંબઈ જાય છે અને સુરત પાછા આવે છે. એ લોકો બધાનો પ્રોબ્લેમ સોલ્વ થાય એના માટે બિઝનેસ સેન્ટ્રલાઇઝ થાય અને બિઝનેસ ગ્રો થાય એના માટે કરી અને સુરત ડાયમંડ બુર્સનું સ્વપ્ન જોયું.
So here the entire industry came together and they decided to uplift the industry by making a trading center, international trading center for the diamonds in Surat. So they can have all the entire community of the diamond industry can be here in a single building.
અહીંયા ડ્રીમ સિટીનું નિર્માણ થયું અને એ 600 હેક્ટરમાં છે.
ઇકોનોમિક રીતે પ્રોડક્શન ખૂબ સસ્તું પડશે. તો આ બધી બાબત જોતાં ઇન્ટરનેશનલ માર્કેટના ક્લાયન્ટો એમને ડાયરેક્ટ મળશે કે જે પહેલાં 2 થી 3 બ્રોકરોની વચ્ચે માલ પાસ થઈને ડાયરેક્ટ થર્ડ પાર્ટી અથવા ચોથી પાર્ટીને માલ વેચવો પડતો હતો. પરંતુ હવે ડાયરેક્ટ અહીંયા વિદેશના ક્લાયન્ટોના સંપર્કમાં આવવાથી ઇન્ટરનેશનલ માર્કેટની પ્રાઇઝનો પણ એમને ફાયદો થશે.
સિક્યુરિટી વાઇઝ જોવાનું હતું, પ્લસ દેખાવ વાઇઝ, શો વાઇઝ, એ બધી રીતે અમારા જે ક્રાઇટેરિયા હતા એમાં બધા ધ્યાનમાં રાખી અને આખું બિલ્ડિંગ બનાવવામાં આવ્યું છે.
For such kind of project, when we are talking about the mega project, it is always important and the crucial aspect is that the decision or timely decision making. So here we have made some different committees. They are the one who is deciding or taking the decision on behalf of this all 4,500 traders. And from the day one, it was very clear, we don't want any delay in decision making. Here the cost was not decided, the area was not decided, what kind of building it will be, that was not decided. Then again, this entire community has trusted the committee. By reverting, committee has given their all the efforts to carry that trust and complete the entire project within the time frames. It is a great example of mutual trust where entire community trust each other.
The Diamond Bourse, the Surat Diamond Bourse, is kind of an end-to-end solution of an entire trading community, starting from figuring out how one enters a site this large and how everybody gets to work under 7 minutes. Because efficiency of time is really efficiency of every kind. And because we are working for a community, it is in many ways non-hierarchical and democratic. So how the design makes the same amount of provision for somebody who has a 300 square feet office and somebody who has a 30,000 square feet office.
How do you take this level of density and these many people and yet make it feel like it's a building that's about 1/10 this size? Once we had the master plan more or less in place in terms of people movement, we then started thinking about what the building should do. Now we knew that all the offices would need 100% daylight, but without glare. And the objective of that was because when you're working with diamonds, you really can only have a certain quality of light. So we designed all the offices to be 100% daylit. How we did that was all the towers which sit on the movement spines are all north-south oriented. So they tend to self-shade. The courtyards that are created in between these towers are automatically climate controlled because it cuts off the afternoon sun, it cuts off the morning sun, and thereby creates this sort of environment in the courtyard which is about 5 to 7 degrees cooler than the external temperatures, allowing them to be used. But there's a high security zone. Once you're in, you're here all day and then you get out. So the outdoor spaces had to become very comfortable in a highly oppressive climate that Surat has. It's humid, it's hot, and we really had to get these courtyards to work.
So we have a range of people. We have smallest office is 300 square foot in Surat Diamond Bourse, and the largest is 1,25,000 square foot. But here in Surat Diamond Bourse, as we have treated all together as a equal, so everyone has access to the luxurious facilities within their budgeted cost.
Part of the initial design conception was to understand that there will be thousands of people moving through the spine. So this spine really had to have a microclimate. Microclimate in this region of Surat means ventilation, good air change. It means cooling down of the temperature by a few degrees, and it means accelerating wind speed.
Anything that turned out to be iconic so in some senses the calling card for the building, actually serves a particular function, a core function that works with nature. Now, for example, we wanted the building to be one that passively cooled, which means that we need natural winds coming in. And we weren't really getting that velocity from the computational fluid dynamics that we modeled it with. So we have these fins that come out, and then when they come out, they flare. So they can pick up the wind that is coming through, compress it, and that's called the Venturi effect, and make it and push it through the building at a speed that makes it feel pleasant and it cools the building down. And the shape of these fins, and it was all modeled in CFD, but the point really is, and that sort of becomes iconic. Now it wasn't. Now that's a beauty. When something works with nature, it becomes beautiful.
COVID gave this a new complexion. It was clear that to meet the timelines, the project had to be built by materials sourced from nearby, and where even processing of material was, when not possible elsewhere, was actually moved to the site. For example, processing of the glass was moved to the site. I mean, we eased off the construction pressure and material pressure by actually going as local and almost on-site as possible. One is a very interesting point to note that whilst the world today is celebrating the Surat Diamond Bourse as the world's single largest building, it never started as that. It just started as the office needs for each of the 4,500 members who were going to occupy this building.
By constructing the world's largest office building, we have not intended to build the world's largest office building, but now as we have created this, it is always a pride for the members that India what India represent to the world, that we can construct here. What we can do is, with all this local available materials, with the Indian architects, with the Indian consultants, we can create this kind of the mega project.
If you begin to use this as an example, as an exemplar, and apply it across scale to the country at large, it's inspirational for people to come together, to cooperate, to do new things, to make new buildings, to make new projects that will fundamentally lay the course for the next path that India will take.